Hello everybody, this is Thannus here, and today we are back in Metroid Prime. In the previous episode, we got ourselves the thermal visor, which looks ugly as hell, so we're not going to wear it right now. In this episode, we're going to be finally moving on to an area we accessed using the thermal visor, so we can figure out exactly how we are going to proceed. Got some refills here, so we'll take advantage of those real quick. And keep moving on through. Just burst through this area, avoid the bomb ooze, and continue on into here. Use our wave beam to open this door, and enter this room. Meet. Once this is done scanning, Thannus, an animated sentient creature of stone charged with phazon radiation. The phazon radiation given off by Thannus negates auto-targeting systems, preventing lock-on. It may be possible to acquire alternate targets with a different visor. The chaotic nature of phazon irradiation leads to instability in its structural integrity. Thannus can encase targets in ice, and its colossal size and strength make it a formidable opponent. This is the second primary boss of the game. Thankfully, we have a thermal visor, so those things it mentioned are of no concern to us. Thannus is also very slow, and once we've gone through the thermal visor enough, it becomes much easier to hit Thannus. So make sure you use the wave beam for it. And now that we have injured him enough, he's gonna do this. This is his, like, weird ball form. It doesn't have a separate scan, so just avoid him to the best of your ability. And then switch back to the thermal visor because he, once again, has a weak spot. A new one now. Once we have that exposed, switch back to combat visor and continue to fire. Make sure you don't get hit by his ice spikes. Thannus is a very easy boss, but he can also be kind of tedious to fight. He's not my favorite, but he's not the worst boss the Prime series has to offer. Also, when he does switch to this form, you can shoot his weakness when he's a ball. It's a little bit difficult to do though because it does require that you shoot him while you can't lock onto him, which is not as feasible. Nonetheless, just continue business as usual. Actually, I'm gonna check something. Yeah, no, I didn't think those rocks were scannable. I keep getting hit by his ice. Stop using your ice move, dude. I was trying to double check to see if the rocks scanned. No, they cannot. Okay, back to hitting his weak spot. And then we switch to the thermal visor once again. After he keeps taunting. Care to change to your ball form, please? Alright, thermal visor is useful again here, this time because it is very difficult to see Thannus with all the fog. going to wait for him to stop moving around, and then, once again, go after his weak spot. Using the combat visor now makes things a little bit more difficult, considering it's hard to see anything in this state. This is the fight of not being able to see very well. He'll also start changing into his ball form while his weakness is still exposed in this phase of the fight. This is basically his second phase. Beyond that, though, there's not really all that much variety when it comes to Thannus. And he doesn't necessarily change directly to ball form. He is going straight after me now. This weak point is also far bigger and far easier to hit. Still can't see shit, though. All right. Come on, Thannus. Oh, another weak point for me? Got him pretty much on his last ropes here. Just keep going at him. He's going to change into his ball form mid-Helio here, and it's much harder to see now because we can't use our thermal visor. Thanks, Thannus. Can hit his weak spot, like I mentioned earlier, while he is in ball form. It's just not super easy to do. Which is why I'm opting to go about this route, the intended route. There we go. Thermal visor active again, and we have pretty much one more go at him to go. He's taking his sweet time, though, doing this weird electrical storm thing. Oh, boy. All right, same deal as before, hit the weak point. You should have this boss pretty much down by now. It's not a very complicated boss to learn or fight. Same deal as well. Hit that center spot. Get annoyed that he's changed back into ball form and it's harder to hit him now. But he's almost down. And thankfully we can hit him when he's doing his weird taunting thing now too, because his little chest area does not get exposed, or does not get obscured by his other body parts anymore, unless he's in rolling mode. Oh yeah, missiles work too, I guess. And we have a new item, as is tradition. Let's see what we got. It is the Spider Ball. Spider Ball acquired. Press and hold ZL when in Morph Ball mode to attach to Spider Ball tracks. Pretty easy concept. I'm gonna grab this real quick. And as you can see, there are plenty of those around here. There's also a door that we can access. Not to leave I pressed the wrong button. Bombs also work well in the spider ball form. We're going to head this way. Spider ball is pretty much the same as in other Metroid games, but you have to have a specific rail that you can go on. Also, more grapple points. Can't access those just yet. I believe... Yeah, heading back through here. There are a few spider ball points that we can try to find back in the other areas of Phendrana, but we'll ignore them for now and head up this way. Hell, there are more spider ball areas that we can access throughout more of Talon 4 in general. The spider ball combined with our super missiles and thermal visor have opened up a decent amount of things. However, if you see this spider rail, can't access this yet, so back down we go. And now, we can head back to Magmoor Caverns. Through a new elevator. Alright. There are 2 doors on each side of this elevator. We're going to go through this one first. And this is just a save room. But we should save right now. We just beat a boss. Et voila. And then we'll go around this side, hit this door with a wave beam. Avoid these fire geysers best we can. Ow. And we are in an area of Magmoor that we have not been to before, and I have fallen lava. Ouch. Get rid of these guys. What? Another one? Oh my god, dude. Alright, so, as you can see, we are quite a ways from the rest of Magmoor Caverns. Great. There are a few things we can do in this room. This machine is not receiving power, so we have to light some power conduits to activate it. I wonder what item we just got that we can use to do that. Also, energy tank. And the last door is right over here. So, we are going to activate our thermal visor and find those conduits. The first one is next to this door here. Activate that one. Then, go to this other door, activate that one. And then last but not least, door number 3. Activate this one as well. And that will open these doors and cool off most of the lava in the room. Despite the weird, sciencey, oh, you found out the puzzle music, this is not a time-limited thing. You are very much able to complete this puzzle at your leisure. Leisure? I don't know. Words. Go in here. There is this small area we found here, mostly with just scan. Access to East Channel door granted. So that opens up another one of the doors. And cools off even more of the lava. This door is timed. So, be quick about it. East is this way. And now that we're in here, we can scan this last panel. And we get access to the North Channel door. Same deal, also timed. this tunnel now. And we have ourselves a new energy tank. Very nice. We have half of the energy tanks in the game now, too. And then once we have solved the puzzle, we have no time limit in getting out of there. The lava does not come back at that point. Also, I think I can... No, those are already scanned. That is about it for this room, though. There's a few directions we can go in. 2, to be exact. There's no other items in this room, though. We are going to head back to Phendrana, but I would like to grab a few things in Magmore. This way is not towards anything of note. I feel like I should have scanned that. This is Bendesium. We can't get through here just yet. Good to know. So our only other option is this door over here or heading back to Phendrana. We'll do this first. So we head through here. We have this thing here. This is a puddle spore, sentient floating lava mollusk protected by an impenetrable shell. Puddle spore opens when approached, attempting to intimidate with its size. When opened, a direct fire to its mantle causes it to flip to a defensive position. If it can slam shut, it ejects a spread of harmful energy globules. Thankfully, this is a kind of nothing burger of an enemy. You shoot it once, and it becomes a platform for you to cross the lava. Very easy to deal with. These things we've dealt with before as well. Burrowers, nothing new to us. We had ice ones in Phendrana. Very easy. Heading here, there's a few more of these guys. Nothing else too new, though. These platforms here are in working order, but we can't really do all that much with them right now. Most of this room is also off limits to us at present. The most we can do right now is cross via these guys. Oh, God. That could have been bad. But yeah, not really a bunch we can do in here at present. Eventually. Heading further into Magmore. We have this room here, which is pretty much just a Magmore. We scan this, it has a weak spot near its base. So if we shoot it with a missile, it gives us a platform, and it also kills the Magmore. Very cool. Hit this as well. This room has a bunch more. We've been in here before, though. Or no, we've been in the other side. This is Twin Fires Tunnel, and this is just Twin Fires. We cannot cross the grapple beam yet. And our thermal imaging obviously does nothing because everything in here is hot. I believe this is not the pillar I'm thinking of. I'm gonna shoot it with a super missile anyway. Yeah, no, I didn't think so. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the beam and visor controls. It's been a very long time since I've played through this game in full. Get rid of the Magmore. Down the stalactites. And I don't believe there are any items of note in Twin Fire. That grapple beam is a shortcut. That's it. There's no reason to explicitly come back to this room other than just passing through. This geyser will not turn off, so just roll under them. And then same deal in here. Shoot the stalactite. It'll kill the Magmore. Grapple beam is not required. Okay, great timing. Awesome. So, we could not cross this chasm before, but there is very obviously a spider rail track here. we'll use that to get across now. This other path that branches off, there's nothing in there. It is literally of no note. If we check the map, you can even see, like, there's nothing in that way. It is just for flavor. All right, this is the transport to Talon. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We're still worried about stuff we can do in Magmor, which I believe right now there actually isn't all that much we can do in Magmor Caverns. Nothing here requires the spider rail, at least not that we can access ourselves. So our main priority right now is getting back to Phendrana to do more of the stuff that we could access from there. So I will see you guys once we get back to the Phendrana elevator, unless I find something that I can do, but I'm pretty sure there's not. Okay, so I want to preface by saying that I am actually a little bit stupid. There is an item we can get now in the lava lake room, so we're heading there. I did not need to waste a missile on that mine. I don't know why I did that. It is not there, though. That's the wrong visor. It is in the next room over. And then if we go in here, get rid of those crates in the way, we can charge up our super missile. Get rid of this stupid thing. Charge up our stupid missile. Our super missile. And break this open. And we have our second Chozo artifact. That is 2 down. Several to go. As you can see, we have the artifacts of truth, strength, and nature. So, now that we've grabbed that, now we can go back to Phendrana. There's nothing else here for us. So, I will now see you back in Phendrana Drifts. Alright, folks, here we are back in Phendrana Drifts. We're going to want to head back up to this ledge here first off. And we'll be able to access something that we could not access before, which is the case for 90% of items in any Metroid game. So, if you remember, this is made of cordite. What can we break now? That's right. Cordite, if I switch the right beam and actually do it right. There. So now... Oh, hold on, I have to scan it. Something behind the wall seems to have been activated. We don't need the thermal visor for that, we just need super missiles. I could have gotten it earlier, but it would have been out of the way. I could just grab the thermal visor right after the missiles. Also, I still needed the spider ball for it anyway, so it would have been pointless if I had. Anyways, it's a missile expansion. Awesome. So, leave there. There's not a reason to go back that way. So, what we're going to do, we're going to head over to the Ice Ruins East. There's a spider track that way that we can access. And then the rest of this whole area is something we don't have to worry about right now. So just Ice Ruins East, and then we'll head back to Talon for Overworld. If I can jump right. I'm going to ignore the She-Goths. Oops. And then in the next room, we will have that spider track that we encountered earlier but could not quite use because it was up there. Well, no, we could reach it, but we couldn't do anything with it. Oh, yeah, the Mama She-Goths are normal enemies now. Should have mentioned that earlier. They do come back, and they're just normal enemies now. Great. Awesome. They weren't that intimidating before. Crap. You didn't hear me shit-talking you, did you? Sure hope not. Because I'm not taking it back. Okay, yeah, when they stomp, they can shake the ground and make you jump involuntarily. I didn't even press the jump button there. It just happened, and it sent me flying off the ledge. Doesn't matter. Let's go up here using the spider ball track and grab yet another missile expansion. Very cool. And that was the only other thing here in Phendrana we could get for now, I believe. So let's head back to Talon 4 itself. Which means heading back to Magmor again. You get the idea. I'll see you guys back in Talon 4. Alright, we have returned to the Talon overworld. We got ourselves some zoomers in the way here. And now that we are in the Talon overworld, we can make our way either back to the Chozo Ruins or towards our next target, which I believe is in the Chozo Ruins. So actually, yeah, either way, we're going back to the Chozo Ruins. We're going to keep going through here, and I will actually see you guys at Samus's ship. All right. And with that, I will see you guys in the next episode when we are going to be returning to the Chozo Ruins and hopefully seeing what we can acquire with our newfound super missiles, thermal visor, and spider ball. See you guys then. Bye-bye.